So here we go. We have a bull flag here on this Solana trade. Broke out early this morning, my time. Bull flag is already painted here, and right now we are breaking out of the bull flag and we are doing the confirmation of the bull flag here. So this is the breakout close we confirmed, and now we did the close over the need to close above this prior swing high here, and we should be good to go. We are also above the 7 moving average, and there's some distance down to the 20 moving average, but that's all right. So what we're waiting for now is just for this candle to close above this line and over this um, as well would be nice. That's on the 15 minutes. Solana seems to be on fire today. So we just need to wait and see. We can have a look at the lower time frames as well. 5 minutes. 5 minutes don't look so good right now at the moment. We did close under the 7 moving average, but we seem to gain support here at the 20 moving average, and we are pushing upwards. As you can see, it's not so clean here on the 5 minute, the bull flag, but I think it's better represented on the 15 minutes. So if we go back to that, you can see here that we made a bull flag and now we are breaking out. So a close up here, that would be set a target for up to this point, and then when we break this swing high, then it's full go. So let's see on the Fibonacci extension levels how far we could go. So we take the beginning of the impulse up to the end of the impulse, and then down to the end of the retracement. So that's very interesting because that is bringing us up here. So I think that would be the first trade when we get a confirmation of this close here. Or we already had it, but we can wait 2 minutes. Then that would be the first target. This is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. But this would be a good good trade after the book to take it from here now when we close and sell it before this line here. So let's see and wait and see what happens. Not much to say right now. Cigarette and a coffee. But Solana really is on fire today. I'm not sure if it's news related or what happened, but yeah, it seemed to be on fire. So maybe some of you know what happened. while we're waiting, we can also have a look at Bitcoin, which have a sort of similar situation because we're forming even a clearer bull flag here on the 15 minutes on Bitcoin. And here we have the retracement level of Bitcoin. And here, this would be, this don't make much sense now. This must be the extension levels, yeah. Yeah, these are the extension levels. So once we break this, then that would be the next target. But let's go back to Solana. 15 seconds until this close, and it's going to be above the bull flag line. So I think we should see quite some movement to the upside now in the next candle. Can you smoke on YouTube? I don't know if you can. Would not be surprised if you can't. But when you're trading, you need a cigarette. So we got any questions on the live chat? Nothing yet. Users are just coming in. They are missing this huge bull flag on a Saturday morning. Nothing like waking up to a huge bull flag on a Saturday morning. Don't get much better than that. And on Bitcoin as well, I did see Joe Saz. He was out saying that there were a lot of sell orders on his signal. And his indicator was bearish. So he's the only guy that I've seen who've been bearish lately on Bitcoin, or after this recent pump. Everyone else seemed to think that we are going to do a moonshot, but he was bearish, and he did call the top, the 65K top for Bitcoin. So yeah, he have a lot of respect in my eyes. When everyone was bullish, he was bearish, and he was right. So not the biggest explosion here, but yeah, we're still got a um, positive trade here for now. So I would say underneath this top here would probably be a good sell point for the people who are in on a very fast trade, because then you are underneath the first Fibonacci line of the extension level, and and you are selling before the prior swing high. Let's see if we can get one of these candles. That would be nice. Because of course the target of the bull flag, if these things don't always play out, but there is a huge potential in the breakout of this bull flag. We are talking $174 Cardano, and oh, nice! It's kind of match up with the Fibonacci here. So let me have a look here to see if I got any buy signals on my cheater. No, I don't. But yeah, I'm thinking this was a good trade. Let's glance over at Bitcoin again, because it's all connected. If we get, I mean, you don't get much clearer bull flag than this, and then consolidation near the top, and we're not even We could pull the Bitcoin retracement here, fib retracement. We need to do it like this. From the impulse, we can also do it the other way, doesn't matter. So we have the Fibonacci retracement right under our prior swing high, and then we have I can just paint that on, because if we see an explosion in Bitcoin, of course that's gonna affect Solana. So we got this W pattern. I don't think we've reached the target for this just yet. No, we have not. That's quite high. That's up in the 49,000. We can be a little bit conservative and take it from the neckline. Yeah, from the bottom to the neckline, just to be very conservative here. Like this, and then we set a target here. Would be nice to have it align with the extension levels. Yeah, it's not too far off. So this is my current target for Bitcoin. It's up here in the 49,200. So I would probably take my profits here. But if we continue like this, we're gonna make another bull flag on Bitcoin, because this is the pole, and here we got the flag. But there seemed to be very little movement in price the last hour. So yeah, that's a nice bull flag. We're probably going to see this pattern continue for a little bit more before we see a breakout. But Bitcoin is on fire. And oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Perfect, perfect. So this is where I take my profit and put some more Solana in the bank. And then I might enter the trade once we confirm, enter a new trade once we confirm this. I'm going to keep a little bit of my trade going. Just, I know that I have made some money on this trade, so I'm going to take that money and just keep it in and see if I can get it, get the whole flagpole just for fun. I might lose it all, but yeah, I think it's worth the risk now. But that was a nice trade. That's a little trade of 1%, but on good leverage, yeah, that makes you some money. Celebrate with an old cigarette. And maybe get a little bit of coffee. So let's check the live chat to see if we got anything going on there. That's not my live chat. This is my live chat. We got no viewers now. Can't believe that. We make a nice trade here, and everyone leave us. We got someone on playbacks. But I'm happy anyway. I made money. And I'm not asking people to copy my trades. This is not financial advice. It's just I'm showing you what I'm doing. So it's up to you if you want to follow me or not. That was a nice sell as well. Just as we reached the prior swing high, we did a little bit of a pullback. I'm still keeping something in the trade, and I'm hoping for this explosion to the upside. But let's make a new line in the sand here. So I think the 15 minutes works nice for this. So this is our new line in the sand where we need to break in order to enter a new trade. So this is going, so we have 4 minutes until this candle close. I don't think this candle will close above the prior swing high. It would be nice because that save us some time. We can have a look at the 5 minutes as well to see if that gives us any clue what to do. Need to get this line straightened out. There seems to be a little bit resistance here as we enter the territory of the prior swing high, but we are above all moving averages, and it's not too far down here. So, but we need to break this line. That the prior trade was from here and up to here, and now we're waiting for the next trade. So we can soon go to the 5 minutes. I just want to see this candle close before we do that. So I'm just gonna fiddle with some other stuff here while I wait for that to happen. That can wait. So we're about to close the candle in 2-3 minutes. I don't think is anything to do right now. So we're just waiting to see if we break this prior swing high. We already done our trade, 1% trade from here up till here. And we're just waiting for Solana to do its thing. And we made some money already. That's not bad after 10 minutes of trading. Sometimes you can sit around a whole day for a 1% trade. But I do not think today is going to be one of those days. I think today is going to be good. But yeah, let's investigate a little bit to see if we can find out what actually happened here. We came in to an M pattern, double bottom, did not break to the downside. We had the 7 crossing the 20, and then we just shot to the upside. I'm not seeing any clear patterns here to give us this huge of an upswing. Yeah, I mean, you can maybe call it a cup and handle. Yeah. And then the it still overshoots the cup and the handle. Maybe I didn't pull it far enough down. So maybe it's that. Maybe that was the pattern. But it still overshot it. Maybe it's news related, but it's not a very clear cup and handle. I think the cup and handle is more here. We get a cup and handle. But yeah, that's all in the past. It doesn't matter. What matters is what's going to happen now. So we just crossed the line and we closed above it. So now we need this to close above as well, and it should also break this line here. I'm still in my trade with a little bit of it, but I took the profits here, and I'm waiting um, for a close above the prior swing high in order to go back with more cash. And again, this is for educational purposes only. If you want to follow and do what I do, that is up to you, but I'm not giving any financial advice here. This is looking very bullish to me. Let's go on the 5 minutes. So here we have the swing high up here. So we're gonna stay on the 5 minutes. We see a W pattern forming here. Sorry. And the neckline here, we did close above it. So yeah, this is a bullish trade. If we can, no, it's probably not the best one. We might as well wait for it to close above this line here. But you can enter it once we get the pullback and a confirmation close above this line here. Then you can enter a bullish trade because the target would then be, I like to do my targets very conservative. And that is matching up very nicely with the Fibonacci extension level as well. Just like our prior trade here. So feel free to use the chat for any questions or just to say hi. Oh, we're pumping. And we're pumping good. 9% up today. Oh, that is Solana is crazy these days. I think there was a big pullback with some issues regarding Solana a few days back. Maybe that's why we're pumping now. Hi, Anastasia. We are doing good. We just made a nice trade from this here up to this, stayed in with a little bit, but sold some at the swing high. And now we seem to continue to the upside. Maybe this will be one of those crazy days. I had one with Ethereum few months back, I think it was, and we were just ripping. So we're waiting for this to close above. So that would be now on the 5 minutes. And we need a confirmation of the breakout. This pumped a little bit too much for my liking for entering a trade there. So I'm not sure if we're going to come all the way back here to retest this line here. With these movements here, maybe we should go to the 1 minute. But 1 minute trading is that's a little bit too fast for me. So we're at 10% up today. And the reason why we are now doing trades on Solana is the breakout of this bull flag, which give us a huge chance for making good profits. So that's why we're trading Solana today, because of this bull flag. Let's swipe over to Bitcoin for a little while. Yeah, we might have breakout of this bull flag very soon as well. But this is on the hourly, so that will take some more time. But if we get a breakout on the bull flag of Bitcoin and Solana keep pumping, that would be very bullish for Solana. If Bitcoin breaks out as well. Oh, thanks, Anastasia. I'm just smoking and drinking my coffee, and enjoying the bull flag in the morning here. So we have these levels here. They represent resistance from the Fibonacci extension levels. So these are telling us where to sell. So this is from the bull flag, these resistance levels. So I'm expecting resistance here. But with the close now, I think we are good for a trade. I would like it to come down here and confirm, touch this line before going upwards, but I'm not sure if we're going to see that, because it seems to have so much upwards momentum right now that I'm not sure if we're going to go all the way back to the blue line before we continue more upwards. And we already broke in the neckline here of the W pattern. So this pump, these 5 minutes here were a little bit too much. I would like them to kind of just pump up here, because now we're getting closer to the target anyway. So maybe I will wait to see if we get a retracement back to this line. But yeah, you could also just go full bullish trade in now with the close above here. But it's possible that we might retrace to this line. So stop loss would be now under the prior swing high. It depends a little bit on how you would want to play the game. If you are going FOMO or if you're being patient and then waiting for the retracement down to this line, for the retest of this line. And we are quite far above the 7 moving average. So we might have a few more green candles. But at one point we need to come back to this to retest it. So maybe this will be the top. I will take a little bit more profits up here. Just, yeah, 20%. But we might just pump right to the moon. So I'm not selling. I'm already in the green, so I'm not selling everything. I want to stay in this trade. But I will enter with more on the trade if we have retracement back to this line. Let's see what the retracement tool is telling us is a likely retracement level. Yeah, so it's matching up very nicely with my blue line. This point might also be a good place to add some more to the trade. Oh, we're just going for a moonshot now. I think it's the bull flag who's doing it. We just blew through this resistance here. So a close here would make this the next target. But yeah, we should take profits on the way. For every Fibonacci extension level, it's nice to take like 20% of what you have left in the trade. No big action on Bitcoin yet. I don't know too much about Solana, but I do hodl it. I think they have a good chance of being one of the major cryptos without knowing too much about it. And today seemed to be a good day to hold it. I should read up on Solana. I know they have a huge game coming on Solana called what was it called? Not Star Citizen, something Star Atlas. Star Atlas, it's called. And they will run that on Solana, and that's a space game like spaceship and stuff. And then gaming, that's where the big money are, like EVE Online and then the Tropia universe or what they're called. So that would be, but I think that's maybe a year in the future at least. But they do seem to have the capability to run these smart contracts for games on the Solana network very efficiently. So I think that would be the new model of the gaming industry, to have like player-owned assets in the game which can be traded among players. So today the crypto games are like mobile games, but I think they will evolve very, very fast. This is looking bullish, very bullish. But yeah, I'm gonna take another 20% um, up here, and then I'm just staying in with the rest. Never got the chance to buy back at this, buy more at this line, but that's okay. I guess with the breakout of this W pattern, no one was selling. But I always like to get good confirmation of the support before going in with a trade. I don't like to take it just on the breakthrough. But that's just some people just go for it, and then some people like the confirmation. So let's see if this. Now we have a little bit of a retracement. So let's see if this can hold. If we're closing under here, then I'm also selling 20% more of my position. But if we close above here, I think I might add a little bit. Yeah, Star Atlas. Yeah, yeah, that's right, Anastasia. I think that game will be huge. So maybe we get a close here now. Yeah, I think I'll enter a new bullish trade on the break of if we close above below, I'm selling. If we close if we can beat this, then I'm buying. But if we close below this yellow line, then I'm taking 20% off my trade. But the largest portion I already took in profit, somewhere around here, from the breakout of this, from the confirmation of this, and the close above here, and I think it was like 1%. Now we're on the 5 minutes, so I kind of lost track, but it was, oh, this was the wrong one. Where do we have the measurement tool? Ah, it doesn't matter. So it seems like we're going to close below this line. Maybe we get a retest of this now. Will the Fibonacci line hold? It looked like it might hold. 2 minutes left to the close. Oh, we're pumping above. Oh, the next target. I mean, if you're already in the trade, um, I just said that if it closes beneath here, beneath this green line, um, then I'm selling. It depends a little bit on your time frame. I mean, on the long time frame, we are looking at the breakout of this flag here. So on the long time frame, we are talking about a target of almost $174. That's from the breakout of this flag pattern here. But I am right now doing a little bit of micro trading on the way up to the $170 range. So if we close now below this line, then I'm taking 20% off my trade. If we close above, I'm just staying in. And if we manage to go above the blue line, and then above the blue line, close above the blue line, go back to the blue line and get a confirmation, then I'm adding to my trade. So we managed to close above the Fibonacci line, so I'm not selling anything. And this is good because we almost came down to touch the 7 moving average. So I think we're going to break this now. I would like for this to come all the way down here and touch this line, but it did not. Let's make this a little bit bigger. So we broke the blue line, the prior swing high, and we keep pumping. So a nice trade would be for when we break this line up to this line here. That would be a good trade. Or you can wait for the confirmation and add to your position and wait for it to come up to this line. But we are pumping. Pump it up. Seems to face a little bit of resistance here as we go into the prior swing high, and we got a double top. I think it will be broken. Double tops are to be broken. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold today. Not COVID, I hope. I'm not sure if you're allowed to say that on the tube. Oh, I'm from Sweden. Yeah, where I'm waiting for the 170 with my hodl position as well, and then I will maybe take a little bit of profit of my hodl, which I bought quite some time back, and then I hope to be able to buy it in. Back again at a little bit cheaper price, but I'm happy with just taking a little bit of profit at $170. That's crazy amount. So do we close above the line now? Yeah, it seems like we will. I smoke too much when I trade. So where are you from, Anastasia? Still seem to struggle. Oh, Russia. All right. That's not too far from here. Hungary. I've never been to Hungary. I would like to go, but yeah, the whole situation now is putting an end to my travels. So I'm just sitting here in my morning robe, drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes, trading Solana. Could be worse, I guess. Yeah, maybe we will close under this line after all. We're looking good there for a while. But nothing can shoot straight to the skies without. I don't really like to say what other people should do. But yeah, I'm taking a little bit of profit at $170. Um, so that's what I'm doing. I'm not selling all. I'm never selling everything. I just take profits while we go up because these things do swing violently. So it's just nice to take some profits, get some money to use for something, take some of it and put it into Bitcoin, which I think will do perform best over the long run, over the next 10 years. So I'm just taking some profits from altcoins and putting it into Bitcoin. And I keep some of the altcoins just in case. But I don't want to tell other people when to sell. I'm just saying what I'm doing. But I'm always keeping some because I don't want to be out of the game. I always want to have something in the some skin in the game. And Solana right now is the fasting moving horse, and you should always own the fasting moving horse. That's why I have Bitcoin as well, because it's much faster than any stocks. I mean, cryptocurrency is growing at the rate of 110% year over year. So that's the adoption rate. Back in the days, internet had an adoption rate of 60 or growth rate of 60%. So crypto is growing twice as fast as the internet. So to me, it's a no-brainer. And every day, someone who don't like crypto, they pass away, unfortunately, and someone that will love crypto is born. So yeah, I'm just following millennial money, and then the youth, the young people at work, all of them have crypto. The older people don't. So that will be the pattern of the future. So to me, Bitcoin is a no-brainer. And these altcoins, they are probably going to do quite okay, most of them, or some of them. A lot of them will vanish, like they did in the prior cycles. So that's why I'm taking some profits along the way with them, because you never know which one is going to stay and which one is going to go away. Most of the coins from the 2016 cycle, they're already gone. Some of them survived, some of them is doing all right, some of them are not doing so good. So yeah, these altcoins, they are a little bit of a gamble, but I do always hold a little bit of a lot of coins just in case, this is the one that's going to make it. And right now, it seemed to me Solana is the challenger for Ethereum. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna keep at least some of my Solana to the end of time. We still managed to hug above this line for now, but we are having a little bit of retracement. So I think we might have coming down to touch the 7 moving average now, and then we're gonna shoot up above this line again. So I'm not selling just yet, unless we close beneath the 7 moving average. That is this pink line here, pink or purple. But yeah, sometimes, you know, it just needs a little bit of a breather. But maybe we come down to this blue line now, and here, and we get to do another trade with more cash, or I get to do another trade with some more cash. Yeah, we're bouncing off the 7 moving average. Yeah, this is a pink line. These altcoins sometimes are very predictable, and other times not so much. Come on, close above the line so I don't need to sell. All right, I'm going to bend my rules to only sell if we go below this 7 moving average. We did not, sort of. We didn't close below, but we are underneath now. We closed above, but we opened below. But if we do another close below, then I'm gonna take some chips off the table. Unless we go down to all the way down here. I shouldn't alter my rules, but you know, sometimes you just get too greedy. And yeah, we're still a few dollars off the long target here. And I'm already in the profit, so yeah, I will take the chance. If we close, I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm back. And I see I should have stick to my rules and sold once we opened underneath the 7 moving average. But that is okay. So I'm gonna take 20% of the trade. And I just entered the trade again. If we come back here, little bit of a drop now would be nice to get some more chips into the trade. On this line here. That's the confirmation we've been waiting for. If we can hold above this, touch this and hold above. Maybe that was as close as we are going to get. Would be nice with a real touch. Because if we can pull back a little bit more now on the next candle, the 20 is moving up to the blue line. Well, the prior swing is a little bit higher here almost. So yeah, that's probably as close as we are going to get. But now we are under the 7 moving average. So it might be a little bit, yeah, that's a tough one. But yeah, I think that was as close as we were going to get on the blue line. So I am entering back to the trade, adding some more chips to the bet. Oh, what percentage of the time do the indicators work? I don't trade on indicators. I just trade on support levels and not on indicators. I mean, we have the Fibonacci retracement as a sort of indicator. Um, yeah, I mean, sometimes it follows it perfect, other times not so much. But it's just a tool that is helping me to sell, basically, to know when to sell. So the stop loss in this case would be underneath or at this line here. But these are really for price movement upwards and not for price movement downwards. Because then you need to use the Fibonacci retracement, which is the beginning of the impulse to the top of the impulse. Let's get it over here. See if we can find. So that would be the place to sell. Yeah, that's overlapping with this red line in this case. On the retracement, on the way down. So underneath that would be the place to sell and to buy the support of that if you were entering on a long position. So a little bit of sideways movement here, but this is a very nice confirmation of this swing high. I think we can move a little bit closer so you see the that's the prior swing high. We break it, come up, and we go down and retest it. And now we go back up, but now we need to battle this 7 moving average, but that is going to start sloping downwards. So if we can keep price among this range, we should be able to break above it on the next close. And on the next candle, we also are going to have the 20 moving average move up here to this line, which give us double support. Yeah, if you're new to my best advice on trading is don't trade. It might sound counterproductive, but all new traders are getting wrecked. Um, that's just the first rule of trading. That if you're new to the game, you're competing against computers and people with years of experience. So it's really really hard. The best way to trade if you are new is to trade without leverage, because no matter what happened, then you don't get liquidated from your position, and you can just hold on to it and hope for better days. But yeah, if you can spend the time to learn to enter with the money you are willing to lose, and keep going at it, yeah, you can eventually become good at it. Yeah, it's a lot about patience, and it's a lot about waiting for days like this. And the trend is your friend. So when something is exploding to the upside, and you have these very very good patterns, that's the days to start with trading. So we just came up to the 7 moving average, and there we met resistance. And if you're trading with leverage, yeah, set your stop losses. You need your stop losses in place. So here, underneath this line would be a stop loss. Underneath this, because here you have the 20 moving average, and the Fibonacci retracement line coincided with this. This is the Fibonacci extension line, but by chance it just coincided with this. So my stop loss would be somewhere in this area here. or underneath the prior swing high here, depending a little bit on my risk tolerance. But yeah, I think I would set my stop loss here. Also depending a little bit on where I entered the trade. But if I took the trade here, my stop loss would be here. So I don't think this candle will close above the 7 moving average, but now the 7 moving average is going to slope downwards, so it's going to be easier to break it. And there's some clear resistance here on the 7 moving average now, as we have one close right upon it and one wick right upon it here. So I think we're going to see some sideways until we can break this 7 moving average. So it's going to be a few boring minutes. Yeah, that's good. Well, because when you trade with zero leverage, then you can never be liquidated. So no matter what happens, if you do a bad trade, then you can just stick to it. And sometimes in cryptocurrency, we have these crazy swings of 20% and exchanges who break down, and then you can't get out of your position, yeah, and you get wrecked. But if you don't trade on leverage, you never get wrecked. You just keep it. But on days like this, it's possible to trade with leverage, as long as you can afford to lose the money. So this line seemed to be holding up quite well. One more close now, and we should be able to break the 7 moving average and push to the upside for the retest of this. So we could pull another extension level of this impulse. This is the extension level of the bull flag that we had down here. Many people are using this tool the wrong way, but the correct way is from the beginning of the impulse to the top of the impulse down to the end of the retracement. So let's see how these lines coincide with the actual price action here now. Because now we had to change it because we had a new impulse. So this is the first resistance. And we are above the 7 moving average on the 5 minutes. We came very close to this line here. So sometimes you don't get a perfect touch, and that is a bullish signal. That's why I entered a little bit higher. And it's good to have, when you're waiting for the pullback, to have your order already set in the order book and not by the spot. So we're facing a little bit of resistance here at this line now, it seems. But with this nice candle here, I think we're going to blow right through it very soon. And then test this line, the swing high. But first step is to close above the 7. And not all days are as easy as this. But when things are pumping like crazy and have nice patterns, that's when you want to go in and do your trades. And in crypto, these days are not that far between. So you never see this in the stock market. So here, failed to really beat this line. It's not pitch perfect, but that might be due to my accuracy as well. If I am a little bit more accurate, maybe. So where was this? So let's see if it's not, yeah, but it's not too far off. Couple of cents. So this tool here is very nice tool, the Fibonacci. You need to learn how to use that, both the retracement and the extension level, because that is basically what's telling you when to sell, especially when you're in uncharted territory. Maybe we can get a bounce here of the 7 moving average. Seems like we do. Would be nice if we could get to the target of the bull flag, the big target. What was the big target? The grand target was, let's do it from this line, conservatively. Yeah, underneath this line here. Oh, this is the wrong Fibonacci. This is for the latest extension level. But yeah, I would be happy at 170, underneath 170, 169 something. That's my target. That's where I'm taking, selling a little bit of Solana from my hodl position, not from my trading position. That might be gone before that, depending on what we see. But I'm in no rush to sell my hodl. Yeah, we got resistance from the 20 moving average. No, the 7 moving average here. Will it hold? We'll see. We can pull this a little bit further down because there's a wick. Then we line it up with this wick here. Seem like we're gonna close under unless we get a little bit of a pump now. Maybe we're running out of some steam. What was the target for our W pattern here? Yeah, that pretty much coincide with the top here. So that was maybe the local top for now. From the breakout of that W pattern. So it failed to stay above this. Maybe we get a second confirmation now of this line here. I'm fairly confident that this line here will hold, as we have the 20 moving average on this line almost now, and on the next close it will go above it. But this is a second chance to enter this trade. Right meow, but I do not like the shape of this candle here. Let's wait for this candle to close. Oh, it jumped beneath it. A little bit of a gap here. Close beneath this line, and I'm taking my profits and selling my entire position, my trading position. Because if you see here, you have this very, very red candle with a little wick. That's not a good sign. Now we're back at this line, which is also support, but a close beneath this line and I'm out. Beneath the 20 moving average here. These gaps, though, they tend to be closed rather sooner than later. Oh, this you can probably get to this level in about a year or so. I've been doing this for quite some time. But yeah, this level you can get to pretty quickly. Because I've been following the same system, yeah, for 10 years. This is how I trade, and you can learn this fairly quickly. Now I want this to pump above, so I don't need to get out of my position. Let's see where the first trade was. Here we got this one. So my first trade was from here to here. It was about 1%. So this is where I sold most of my trade. So I just kept a little bit in the trade, and then we took some profits up here somewhere as well. I think it was at this line. Yeah. No, we changed. We put on a new Fibonacci. I'm not sure where we took this profit. As long as we can close above this 20 moving, I'm staying within the trade. Because, yeah, we had double support there. So you see, sometimes things don't play out perfectly after the book, because we had double support there. We had this line from this swing high, and we had the 20 moving average. But still, we broke through it with a gap. So this might be someone trying to liquidate traders. But we had a warning with this huge red candle here. Now we're gaining support from the 50 moving average. So I'm not selling right here, right now, at this level. If we were closing just beneath here, then I would take the rest of my profit, but not when we come back and touch this. Then I'm just staying in because we found support here. But if we move closer up now, I will take my profits. So now we can move this all the way down here, basically, because the impulse, um, the retracement, the lowest point fell. So this here, I'm taking my profits. I'm mostly out of my trade now because we are facing resistance from this, and because this nice support we had here, once we fell below it, this becomes double resistance. And with this also moving close to this, we are about to get a death cross. Death cross means when the 7 moving average is crossing the 20 moving average to the downside. So that's why we got out here. And now people are seeing this, so that's why we have the fall in price now. So now we need to look for some new support. That was this here. That was the new support, 50 moving average. So now we need to rethink, take a little bit of a breather, because we just had a trade, and um, the first exit was here. We took some more profits up somewhere in this area. I don't remember exactly when, and we kept some of the trade. And when we came down to where we took our first profits, then we just got out of the trade. This would be a nice place to have a stop loss underneath here. But I was happy taking the rest of my profits here. I did not want to gamble on the support of this support holding, since we already bounced once from it and now we're retesting it. But this might also be a good place to enter if we can keep above this 15 moving average, but not with this death cross here. Then I'm not risking it, because now we're going to get the death cross. So then I'm just going to take a breather and wait a little bit, assess the situation, and see if I can make another bullish trade from another point, because we already had this W pattern play out, and it did actually reach the target. So I should have exited everything up here once we get close to this target. But I was staying in the trade because of the bull flag, because the potential upside was so huge. But sometimes you lose that. That's why we took some profit at the first target of 1% and a little bit more up here. But we should really have exited everything up here because it was pretty close to the W pattern. But yeah, we took a chance for the 170. But that's how it plays out from time to time. So now it will be exciting to see if we can hold this despite the death cross. Yeah, the 50 moving average and the 20 moving average, those are indicators. You just go to TradingView. It's a free chart to use this chart. You can't. I think you can trade here as well. I don't use this platform for trading. I just use it because it's got very nice tools. So there are all sort of indicators. Some are for free, some you need to pay for, but the moving average. So you just go to indicators and you type moving. So there it pops up, and then you go get one of these, and you can choose the length of the if it's 50, 20, 7, 200, and 100 is probably the most used. And when these lines cross, that's when you are having price action. So the death cross normally don't do that much compared to the other way around when you get golden crosses, like here you get a golden cross, you see price moving up, you get a death cross, it doesn't really do too much, and then you get sort of a golden cross here, and then you have an explosion to the upside. Doesn't always play out like that, but sometimes it do. But let's look for the next trade. So we are going to let's take this away. Hi.
Mamma hørtes veldig interessant ut.
Mhm.
Ser ut som vi får valgt
I'll be right back.
det.
So here we go again. This line held. Do we have any other trades we can do here? Now I'm kind of looking for a trade since we're live. Normally I would just, end it now. And we would see if we could make another trade here. Getting a little bit of a disturbance here. No, we're in between these here. It's not a good place to do a trade because we're between the moving averages. We just need to wait to we break the moving averages. The bull flag is still in play because either the trade is down here, ignore the most likely coming death cross. Maybe we can avoid the death cross now with this pump. If we can close here now, we can probably avoid the death cross. But we need to find a new entry point. And that would be this swing high here. It seems like we're not getting the death cross. So we found support of this line. Which were quite obvious as we have a lot of closing candles here. But I just wanted profit from my trade, so I took it. I was in the green. Because we could have broken this, especially with that death cross coming up. which we now, by a narrow chance, avoided. Most likely. How long until the candle close? Oh, it just closed now. Yeah, so they're just touching, but now we're above. So there is a trade from here up till here. I'm not going to take that trade now since I sold my position. So I'm waiting for this line here to break. If we stay above here, there is also a trade, short-term trade from here up till this point here. If it's closing above the moving averages, let me just zoom in a little bit to see. But these are just very, very small trades, because then you're trading within. Seems like we're gonna close under anyway. This seemed to be strong support. So I think that's it for me today. I need to get moving. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.